Hello, my name is Antoine and today we built a bed frame with a lot of storage.
So it's a rather simple build. It's two big rectangular boxes that are stitched together to make the whole big frame. All the plans will be available on my website, also as the SketchUp file. I went to my local lumberyard to buy my wood. I made them cut all the pieces together. I have access to a table saw, but I don't have one at home, so to do all that work beforehand, it helped me a lot and saved me a lot of times. So by itself, the boxes is not really that much pretty. What will make it nice, it's all the surrounding that I will put over it. It's made from hardwood, and that will make everything look nice. So it's basically two big boxes that you glue, screw together. Instead of making it into one giant boxes, I decided to go with two boxes since it would be way much easier to move if I get out of this place, or it would be really too massive of a box if it was only one box. So once the sides and the back of each box is assembled, you flip it over and then you mark with a straight edge where the separator is gonna be, the separators that are going to hold the drawers. So you make sure everything is super squared. You put the mark and you screw and glue from underneath and in the back, and then you transfer the mark and do an edge on the bottom also. And then you put some screws there also, and you take your time. It's gonna be super sturdy. Once one separator is done, you do the second one. The same process is done over again. Glue, screws, make sure everything is 90 degrees. Okay, let's build the drawers. You have 6 of those to make, so I suggest you build a little jig like I did. It helps you to keep everything standing while you glue and screw everything together. So it's basic drawers. You have the 4 sides that you all screw together, and you put some glue also, 3 screws per side, and then you fix the top. I could probably have complicated everything and put a rabbit and slide the bottom from underneath, but I just went the simple route and put the top over it, just on top. It's not pretty, but these drawers won't be visible. Everything's gonna be hidden, so for me it does the job. And regarding the strength, as Matthias Wendell demonstrated, it's as sturdy as it is that way. So you just screw everything in place and you build 6 of those. Okay, time to install all the hardware, the sliding bearings, sliders to install the drawers. So I made a little template to make sure everything is always at the same height. It's just a scrap of of the sheet of plywood. You just screw everything there, and then to install the drawers, you put a shim to put the drawers a little bit higher than the bottom. Fix it on one slide it a little bit, do the other side, extend everything, and install the rest of the screws. Test everything, remove those shim, and it slides nice. All this plywood won't be visible really, but just made sure to put a bit of stain on everything that could be closer to the edge. I also did the inside of the drawers. So that's a mistake I made. I forgot to do the holes for the end pull on these drawers, so I did it afterwards. You should probably do it before. A bit of sanding. It's not pretty, I know, but it won't be visible. They will be facing over that. Speaking of the outside facing, it could be a different video just for that. I went with some solid hardwood. It was rough, so I planed everything and then I glued everything. So you could go that way. You could also buy some nice plywood, with some edge trimming. And to do the holes where you put your finger to pull, I will remove most of it with a drill press, and then use a trim bit with a bearing to copy the template I made before, so everything would be the same size on every drawer face. Getting closer to the end, I made mistakes, so the bottom was not flush with the face, so before attaching the face I had to remove a bit with my plane. So to install the outside faces, you just put a bit of shim, Then you clamp it, and from the inside you put some screws, and it will be sturdy enough. Now time to make the base to raise the bed a bit. It's made from simple 2x4. You just do a rectangle. I won't go to the details of all the size here. Everything is in the plan that will be on my website. So you just make 2 of those that you will fix underneath your bed frame. No finishing, no anything on this, it won't be visible. To make sure it's at the same distance from both frame, you just use a scrap of plywood once again, and then you screw it in. Ideally you have screws that are the same thickness as the 2x4, but I didn't have those, so I countersunk a bit the screws before drilling them. So you do that for both of the frame, and then once everything is in place, you just join the 2 of them with few screws and a scrap of 2x4. So it's at this point that the 2 separate pieces become one. You don't want to put too much screws there, so it will still be doable to remove them if you have to move out of your place. I did a mistake there. Before installing the top, you should install the piece of the outer wood that will be at the foot of your bed, but you could also do it like the way I did. You'll see it afterwards. So you just put few screws to install the top, not too much. You might have to remove it if you want to move. So to install the exterior sheet there, I just went a bit lazy, and drill, and there's an apparent screws visible from the outside. Don't do that. Fix it from behind before installing the top. But still, it looked really nice.
So I'm super happy with the result. It was a challenge for me. It was the first time I built something that big. I'm quite proud of it. It's super heavy. It's super tough, super hefty. That's nice. There's a lot of storage, which is of course really useful. It's a bit big for the space here, but it's gonna be useful if we move at some point. So I hope you build one. If you do, send me some pictures. Use the plan on my website, you'll find them. If you have any question, contact me. I'll try to help you. So get your hands dirty and build something.